Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting.
All right.
Too will come to understand.
So now we got it going finally. Oh, hey Ross, how's it going? So, this is a Controller Hog, and first of all, thank you everybody for the 100 subs. I do appreciate that. As I said, without you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. So for 100 subs, I decided I would play one of my favorite games ever. And some of you guys might have guessed it already, but it is for the GameCube. And the game is... what is it? Let's get focus here. Eternal Darkness. So this is a really, really fun game. It is a kind of scary game. Basically, this will tell the story of the Roivas family and how they get sucked into this ancient god war, basically. We'll see how far I get in this, though.
Bone, bound together with the oddest
Hey,
magical
Sherman, how's it going?
incantation.
By the way, hello.
This wretched book is where it all began so
Nick
long
110.
ago. Before time,
And
before humanity.
Clockwork, and Cheap
I
Pop
am
Man,
Dr.
and PF
Edward
Body,
Roivas.
and Ross,
I am a clinical psychologist.
and Red
I
Raven.
am also dead. This is not my story, nor even the story of the Roivas family. It is the story of humanity. Like it or not, believe it or not, as you will. Your perceptions will not change reality,
Hey, my
but
bro.
simply color it. Humanity has been on the edge of extinction for 2 millennia, ignorant of so much and dependent on so few. The Guardians grow restless, their time once again near. Whether by fate or misfortune, my family has crossed their path, and they didn't take kindly to it. Their attention turns to my granddaughter, for she is the last of my line, and the last hope for humanity.
So you know it's Mimbrone's birthday today? And hey, Darklit, how's it going? So we get started in a fight immediately. So the thing about this game is you can focus on people, and then you can focus on body parts. And doing that makes it easier to kill them and makes them pretty defenseless.
Remember me, Alex?
Hello?
Miss Alexandra
Oh,
Roberts.
sweet chick. Thanks for the
yeah,
first
who's
ever
this?
donation.
This is
Just being a
Inspector
sweetheart
Legrand
and
of the Rhode
dope,
Island
or
Police.
gentleman and a scholar if you prefer.
Sorry to disturb
Thank
you,
you
but
very much, sweet chick. I do appreciate that as the first donation
your
ever.
grandfather.
I'll be on the next flight out.
Can I get a hashtag sweet chick, please?
Ah, Miss Roivas, I'm pleased to meet you. I trust you had a pleasant trip?
Yes, I suppose so, considering.
Yes, my condolences. This is most unpleasant. It's a shame we couldn't meet under brighter circumstances.
Yes, it is. Can we get this over with, please?
Of course, this way. But I must
So
warn
the
you,
cutscenes
it's
might not
not
look
a
as good as the
pleasant
game
sight.
because they're pre-rendered, I think. I could be wrong.
I'm afraid there's not much to see.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Roivas, is that your grandfather, Edward?
Yes, it's him. He's wearing our family ring. I don't understand. Why are you showing me this? Can't you check dental records or something? What is wrong with you?
I'm sorry. It's my job, lady. You're the only living relative, and no, we can't check dental records. There's no head. No, none of this makes sense. There's no sign of intrusion, and there was certainly a lot of force used here. I have never seen anything like this in my 20 years on the force.
It was
We have
20
no
years.
evidence except for the body, and what's left doesn't say much. Ugh, we don't have a single clue.
Well, you better find out who did this. I'm not leaving Rhode Island until you do. There must be some clue in this old mansion revealing what happened. I want answers.
So do I. I wish I had some.
2 weeks later. Ross, I've seen you in other streams, I think. So, for the hints that I gave on Discord, this was made by Silicon Knights. They only made 8 games. 3 of them were on Nintendo systems. The last 2 games they made were X-Men Destiny, which I've heard was garbage, and Two Human, which was supposed to be a trilogy on the Xbox 360, and that also failed. And after all sorts of lawsuits and everything, they kind of closed their doors after 2014. So there's supposed to be a spiritual successor to this game on Kickstarter. I don't know what happened to it, but I hope we see it at some point. Alright. Shocked by her grandfather's mysterious death and frustrated by the incompetence of the local police, Alex vows to uncover the truth. She decides to search the mansion, the place where Edward conducted his research. If there was a tie to his past and possibly a tie to his murder, it would be here. This is Eternal Darkness for the GameCube. So basically what you do, the game is done kind of in chapters. You mainly control the main character, and you go around the mansion looking for clues. The thing about this game also, the main thing about this game is called the sanity meter. And eventually you're going to get a meter where, as you see enemies or other weird things, your sanity meter is going to drop. And eventually, if you let it drop far enough, things start happening. That's all I'm going to say. A beautiful carriage clock. The hand appears to be stuck, yet the clock continues to tick, with the time permanently set to 3:33. There's a key in the back of the clock, presumably for winding it. Should Alex take the key? Of course. Alex picks up the desk clock and pulls the key from it. However, there is something odd about the key. It isn't for winding it at all. It looks like a dresser key. I got a dresser key. Portraits of the ancestral Roivus line the foyer walls. Their faces reveal a dark, brooding edge. There's something about each one that gives viewer an unsettling feeling. Yeah, this is a Nintendo game. The last weak rays of sunlight fight the shroud of darkness. It lends an eerie feel to the last few weeks' events. As the sun sets, Alex will be alone in this house with nothing but the spirits of old for company. No, actually, sanity meter was not a common feature. This was like the one game that really did it. So you know what, we're gonna go and explore a little bit. Well, he looks kind of creepy. And yes, this game is the door's locked. This game is very atmospheric. So you can run, you can sneak, attack, go on guard. That'll actually target somebody. And all the camera angles are fixed. A wooden plaque is fastened to a door, taking the place of a lock. A colored sigil is carved into the wood above a wide slot. The slot is just wide enough to insert a narrow blade. Got the light effect there. Camera lens flare. Got nothing there. But yeah, the character will look around like semi-realistically, look at things of importance, and that actually kind of plays into the sanity effects later on. The grand piano stands here awaiting the hands of a decent musician. Unfortunately, Edward never really lived up to that description, and as such, the piano fell into disuse. Yes, you were, Clockwork. We got random pictures. This This illustration features a collection of strange line designs related to each other in a cyclical manner. There appears to be some significance to it, but it isn't particularly evident. So we got the red, blue, and green circles with the purple in the middle. Alright, Ross, see ya. Thanks for coming. This table is set for one, Alex's grandfather, Edward. Alex's grandfather. Edward's private nature meant that he never had many visitors. This is the lonely evidence of it. We got more pictures of scenery. Ah, Dementium, yes. I think I played that one too. Gotta picture that guy again. Picture of her. The use function allows the manipulation of inventory items within the current room. Equip allows you to equip things, and check, you can check stuff. Pressing LR switches back and forth between sections of the interface. So we're going to save right now. I'm going to save over that one. Actually. The key comes apart in the lock. The key to the second floor is broken. Perhaps there's a way of repairing it? Dang it. Alright, so we're in a library. And he's got an observatory, apparently. A brass frame mirror is set into the wall. The mirror's directions can be adjusted by means of two crankshafts set below it. A curious device. Is it related to the telescope in some way? I'm not going to adjust it because it does nothing right now. Globe cradled in a wooden frame. Its glossy surface is painted in the likeness of an ancient map. A lens is situated in the northern hemisphere above a label that reads, "There be dragons here." Okay. So that looks like somewhere in Africa? Now we got another one over here. That's nice. In the warm glow of candlelight, the Roivas family tree hangs from the wall. Shadows flitter across the surface, obscuring the detail. If one looks closely, the family's secrets are revealed. It's nice as a hanging person from the tree. That's real nice. These books contain the history of the Roivas family, genealogy, birth and death records, deeds, and writs. The Roivas family is a troubled one. As Mediterranean immigrants, the early Roivas were shunned by other settlers in North America. Suspected of witchcraft, the Roivas were convicted during the witch hunts, forcing them into hiding. As memories faded, the Roivas rebuilt their lives. Books in the corner seem to focus on the supernatural. Writings of Poe, Lovecraft, the poetry of Blake, the art of Bosch, everything with the tide of ethereal horror of fantasy. It is all here a reference library to the arcane. Was this Alex's grandfather's secret hobby? It might give you a hint as to what the rest of the game's going to be. Just got a desk. We got this weird looking lady. We got a clock. Looming grandfather clock seems to stand ominously in the corner, gazing on this empty room with an almost patriarchal air. Use left or right to adjust the clock hands. Should she adjust them? I think we got a hint for that before. Secret passage. Yes, you do. Because you've been winning a few. We got secret passage in a mansion. How surprising. we have a secret study. A small shrine of candles. Their placement appears to be very deliberate, matching the etchings on the table and the wall's illustration. Candles are unlit. A diabolic drawing of a stack of human bodies, each one cemented into place. What twisted psyche could have executed this drawing? Though disturbing, it is meticulously rendered down to the subtlest detail. The precise anatomy of fractured bones and the convolutions of spines and ribs entwine into a mesmerizing sight. So that's a wonderful picture. I want to say that's actually a well-known picture, too. An ancient Roman weapon, a gladius, is on display above the fireplace mantle. Another token of eclectic junk. I got a gladius. This is a bizarre drawing of a Cyclopean city, its immense architecture bathed in an unnatural fog. The detail is incredible. As Alex studies it, she can almost imagine the city's inhabitants. A painting of a jungle-shrouded building. It seems to be a temple in Asia, perhaps from Thailand or Cambodia. I can imagine this game in HD. This would be amazing. This looks like some kind of mask. This face is serene and composure, with a faint hint of a smile tugging at the corners of the mouth and eyes, closed in deep meditation. Yep. This Gothic cathedral is silhouetted against a stark light. The image is vicious and devoid of subtlety. Every brushstroke echoes the spikes of the architecture, imbuing a violent feeling as though the building itself was a harsh imposition on reality. A grim picture indeed. An aged page set inside a glass frame hangs on the wall. An insane scribbling covers a page, incomprehensible to Alex. Perhaps if Alex had some kind of tome, it could be deciphered. Wow, what is that big glowing thing right there? A leather-bound antique book rests upon the cluttered desk. Should Alex read the book? Of course.
I had no knowledge of what was to come.
Sorry if it's flashing. I'm
Nor
doing something real
would I
quick.
care. How the knowledge changed me, it will also change you. As you read this, you will come to learn fear as I have. You too will come to understand, or you will perish. To think that once I could not see beyond the veil of our reality. To see those who dwell behind. My life now has purpose, for I have learned the frailty of flesh and bone. I was once a fool. Where is quies candamest? Where is conservandi? Facusatis aquae sumat, et animus eorum confirma. Pupna huis, dia sit modo prima multarum, si inceptum conficiamus.
Quam primum, Centurio Augustus. I would like to compliment you once more on your battle tactics. Our enemies did not have a chance. Do you believe that it really exists, Centurion?
I do not doubt our Emperor's beliefs, or his orders. But if we are to retrieve the artifact, then we must be strong and patient.
That poll is a very important poll that you guys will affect the story. So pick a color. Alright, now we are controlling Pius Augustus. Back in the Roman times. We can actually attack. We are in some sort of weird temple in the desert. A shaft descends toward the next lower level. A ladder is situated on one side of the shaft. The ladder leads in the dank heart of the labyrinth. Danger lurks beneath, yet Pius' courageous resolve does not buckle. Should Pius climb down the ladder? Of course. Can't do anything if I don't. Ooh, yum. Dead body. Skeleton. Alright, we picked red. You guys did it. Oh, somebody came alive. So I can focus on them, and I can pick different parts of the body if I'm holding down the button, plus use the analog stick. If you pick off the head, they start swinging wildly, and they can actually hit each other doing that. And now they'll just start swinging everywhere. Take off an arm, they can't attack with it. Take off the other arm, and they die. And there are finishing moves. Those are important later. Hey, Lance, how's it going? Take off his head, take off his head. This is not Dark Souls, this is Eternal Darkness for the GameCube. I'll kill him. So you can just hit him in the chest if you want, but it will take a lot more to kill him. Now this is Eternal Darkness for the GameCube. I will eventually change that. Information on the stream. A strange granite block lies on the floor. I got a granite block. I'm doing alright. Strange granite block rests on the platform. Well, thank you, Lance. Appreciate everyone being here. So I know I'm using, Dolphin and everything, but this game still looks good. Many years later. Oh, hi, you're still there. Another granite block. Yes, Jack, it is. By the way, how's it going, Jack? Fire just spit right there. Oh, hi. Bars across the door block Pius' exit from the room. I'm doing great. Streaming way earlier than I normally do. It is a fun game. I like it. It's the last good game made by Silicon Knights. Actually, correction, I don't know if this came before or after Twin Snakes. So this is only one character that you play, by the way. This isn't the whole thing. Another granite block. You got a purple one this time. So this room is really big. Alright. Walls prominently decorated with a strange line symbol carved into the granite. Cut into the walls a square hole lined with scratches as though something has been removed from it. Twin Snakes is Metal Gear Solid 1 with Metal Gear Solid 2 things added to it. So we're going to put these all in there. Yep, that's the only system it was released for. Silicon Knights did do that, Twin Snakes, or at least worked on it. Oh, thank you, Colonel Kryptonite. How's it going, by the way? I was playing with you in Splatoon 2 last night, but I got upset because the teams we had were just terrible, so I just quit. I couldn't deal with it anymore. But I did notice you joined my games. Uh-huh, a statue of me. Pius, you must prove your worth by destroying this statue. Pressing R will enable Pius to select which target to attack. Releasing it slightly and pressing it again will cycle between multiple targets. Pius can attack specific body parts while locked into an enemy by moving the analog stick and pressing A. Use up to attack the head, left and right to attack the arms. I'm doing alright. As you can see, if there were different targets, since I'm using an Xbox One controller, it actually has the pressure-sensitive triggers, so I can do it. Well, that wasn't grisly at all. Oh, hi there. Get out of there now. I always forget that I actually have this controller set up like a GameCube controller, so instead of the actual B button on the Xbox controller, BB, I have X. And it always confuses me. A button attached to a small pylon softly illuminates the room. A bizarre energy seems to radiate from it. Should Pius push the button? Of course he should. Volumetric fog going on here. Well, it was a teleporter. Now we have volumetric fog with wind. It's always a good idea to go into places like this. Exactly. An effigy resembling a warped angel shaped from dark green emerald hovers effortlessly above the pedestal. Should he claim it? Shaped like a delicate dome, a pale blue statuette floats gracefully above the pedestal. Should he claim this one? No. Kinda looks like a Metroid a little. A strange sculpture resembling a red-clawed worm mysteriously floats above the pedestal. Should he claim it? Well, you guys said red. And there you go.
Eons have passed since then, and I have learned much. Chaturga's power filled me, invigorating my dead body. With a touch, I could level buildings, rend the ground asunder, and channel power such as mortal men could only dream. Face me, and you shall surely perish.
And that's what happened to Pius. Alex has acquired the Tome of Eternal Darkness. Huh. I wonder. Strangely, with the Tome of Eternal Darkness in her possession, Alex can read the page. It's a chapter page from the tome itself. Should she take it? Yes. Alex found a chapter page entitled The Binding of the Corpse God. So before we do anything else, save. You know what? Nothing else to do.
I cannot say what was the true beginning, nor am I sure of its end. So perhaps here is the best place to start. I am reminded of ideas I first encountered in Sir James George Fraser's book, The Golden Bough, a study in magic and religion. We are overwhelmed by a very human need to weave a web of meaning where there may be none. Since time immemorial, ancient peoples have dressed up their lack of knowledge as gods and demons. I have discovered that sometimes the fates of gods and mortals intertwine, and legends are born.
Thy time is done, great ancient. Forever in shadow will you be master of chaos, and to fade to nothing in obscurity will be thy fate. My master has planned many millennia for this day. It is the true chaos of all things that you now must be entombed amongst the beings of flesh and bone.
You have a great monument here, Mantarok. It is a pity that no one will ever recognize it as yours. May the darkness claim thee, crawling chaos and damned beast. No longer will thy reign be kept over the ancients you have kept imprisoned. Thou hast seen the last of this world.
He looks lovely. Both of them do. That would probably hurt. Having pillars dropped into you.
These mythical fables can keep me amused. There has to be something to do around here. I only wish something that fantastic and of higher purpose could happen to me.
Alright. Let me do something real quick. Change the title of the stream. Alright. Oh, definitely. Careful what you wish for. So she has the Tome of Eternal Darkness. Somehow she got it. And she got a sword, short sword. We got a map. Alright. So now we're playing Azilia. statue of a goddess delicately sculpted from sandstone. It casts an alert eye over everyone who enters the temple. There's a strange necklace about its neck. Should Elia take the necklace from the statue? Of course, because nothing bad ever happens from taking those. That's amusing. That he triggers his own commands. This necklace can be used to heal Elia. Make sure that Elia does not move when the spell is being cast. So I took that, and this door closed. The door is now closed, preventing Elia's passage to the other side. Oh, look at that. A triangular design is carved into the floor. The etched grooves are filled with colored sand. These symbols appear to be related to each other, with one having precedence over the other. Oh, look, dead bodies. Engraved on the floor is a striking design featuring the sun sinking below the edge of the world. The design on the wall appears to depict a time of the day. Perhaps the candles do too? Well, it kind of does. Well, good job, Elia. So you can actually tell where these traps are, because you can see them on the ground. You can actually avoid some of them. Which I'm going to try to do. Nothing of value there. Nothing of value there. More dead bodies. Well, dang it. Double dang it. So for the sake of fun, when located by creatures, a sanity loss occurs, causing a decrease in the level of the sanity meter and the character to pulse green. Beware, sanity loss affects perception and eventually health. So for fun, this meter represents a character's sanity. Every time he or she meets a monster, his or her sanity will get lower. The lower the sanity meter gets, the more the character will hallucinate. I'm going to let it go down a little bit. Engraved on the floor is a striking design featuring the brightly burning sun. They were kind of soothing. Design on the wall appears to depict a time of the day. Perhaps the candles do too? Y, A, or X to light or extinguish the candles. So you want the time of day to be noon, so extinguish that one. So you guys, I'm not going to say anything, but you guys might notice some weird things start happening to the game. That's all I'll say. Oh, hi. Bronze necklace is atop an ancient clay urn. I'll take it. Oh, it's actually going to make me kill him. Ow. Perform a finishing move on a creature, recovers sanity. We're not going to do that, though. Oh, crap. Also, cutting out their heads makes it so I think they can't drop sanity when they're alive. I could be wrong. We'll get rid of one. Now you notice the music's getting kind of creepy too. You may or may not notice something on the wall right there. And she was looking at it. That totally happens in everyday life. So we're going to Indiana Jones this thing. There's also a hidden stamina meter. If I run too much, you can run out and you can't run for a while. Engraved on the floor is a striking design featuring a sun rising above the edge of the world. The design of the wall appears to depict a time of the day. Perhaps the candles do too. Sunrise. You may notice the camera is a little off too. That happens the more sanity you lose. It gets more off kilter. Well, hi there. Oh crap, missed. Design on the wall appears to depict a time of the day. Perhaps the candles do too. Well, that looks like nighttime. Yay, that other door's open. Engraved on the floor is a striking design featuring a starry sky filling the heavens. Well, this looks fun. Oh! Crap. Whoa! Oh, look. I'm back over here. Yeah, I saw that coming. There's something there. What's over here? Nothing. A small pedestal covered with decorative etchings stands before the wall. The blowgun upon it must have some significance for it to be focal point of the display. Should she take it? Well, of course. She acquired a blowgun. Of course, it was a trapdoor. Oh no, her sword broke.
Secret passage in the temple.
Fragments of a shattered short sword lie upon the floor. Run away! So these guys are poisoned. I could probably kill them if they chase me into the, Stop! Don't do that. So, yeah, it turned the volume down on me. That's squishy noises indeed. The guard is grateful for Elia saving his life. In return, he offers to repair Elia's broken weapon as a gesture of thanks. You want him to repair it? Yes. Item has been repaired. Darkness is coming. It's not safe to save right now. Can I save now? Nope. Oh, those sounds. Oh, the rocking. Let's get a little bit back. There's a hole in the device as though something could be inserted, perhaps a key or lever. This mural depicts a skeletal demon befriending the ancient Khmer people by denouncing one of their fertility gods. Yeah, watching this in full screen might be more fun than watching it in a window. Well, that looks pleasant. Thanks, game. So it just pretended that it killed me with the video input being changed. So I'm going to let those two fight each other, because they are opposing forces. Oh, that's bad. Before, when I played this, I actually let the green guy kill all of them. Mural depicts one of the ancient Khmer deities being tortured and killed by a skeletal demon. Well, that looks familiar, doesn't it? Ooh. Make it so. Two on one. He's about to explode. Oh, how are you not dead? There we go. Now you're dead. Oh, the shaky camera. This looks like a fun place. Alright, sweet chick. Let's check.
Stop. Don't go near it.
So, you are reduced to feeding on flesh and bone, Mantarok. How the mighty have fallen. You will surely fester for millennia to come. A slow and torturous fate for thee. You had best leave, young fool, or you will find yourself as food for the dead god.
You are one of the chosen many. Flesh and blood. It is now your destiny to fight the eternal darkness. I give you a gift in return for an obligation. The gift is your life, sweet dancer. The obligation is this. You hold one of Mantarok's hearts. The essence of a corpse god. The summit is a source of great power. From those people, you must defend it, lest they use it to destroy what little brightness your world has left in it. Guard it well.
So now she has Mantarok's heart. I'm sure nothing bad will happen now. Metal staff is held by the arms of the statue. She's acquired a metal staff. Statue of a human female bears witness to the monstrosity that fills the room. The porous stone of its body is covered with the effluvial grime that Mantarok has secreted over the years. Yummy. I do believe, yeah, once you get the heart, your sanity refills. Door of formidable size seals the vault. A stylized design resembling the creature that dwells within the room is carved into the stone. Here's the same type of statue. And there's those pillars that Pius decided to drop onto him. Who knows how long ago that happened. Oh, hi, there's so many of them. Oh, it missed. Get off! So they pull the re-dead thing on you and grab you. We're gonna ignore those guys. So I do believe the hole was in the next room. Oops. Oh. Get a little back. I mean, I could be killing them all and getting back sanity, but what's the fun in that? That camera angle. I want to keep a little bit of sanity because if you run out of sanity, you start losing health. Oh, he got up. What? Stay down. There it is. Oh, look, open that door. Okay, we're gonna go now. Am I going the right way? I don't think I am. Really? I'm over there? Back. So I was getting bigger that time, and it wouldn't let me leave the room. I should have known because there were no enemies there. I believe this is the right way. I could be wrong. This isn't the right way. Oh, yeah, it is. Is it? Yeah, it is. Hi, guys. Yeah, this is the right way. Oh, it's not here, unfortunately. Jesse, by the way, how's it going? So here's Mantarok and how he looks. He's a wonderful fellow. Oh, not much. Just having fun here. Oh, we got a dead-end room.
Fool! You should have run. Instead, you will die. Where is the essence of Mantarok?
The game might swear, I don't know, but I try not to.
Where is it? I will not ask again, child. Very well, then. You will succumb to the horrors of oblivion.
Well, she's probably dead. That is Pius Augustus. He was the first character I played. He took one of the artifacts and got turned into that. Edward Roivas' study is filled with arcane knickknacks and mementos of yesteryear and other cultures. The odor of ancient texts is faintly noticeable under the peppering of dust that covers every surface, except one. The desk has been the center of activity, and not a mote of dust is on it. Here, Alex's grandfather had worked, perhaps even hours before the end. Pius used to be human. Yes, he was a Roman centurion. Small shrine of candles. Their placement appears to be very deliberate, corresponding to etchings on the table and an illustration upon the wall. Some of the candles have been lit. So, what we just learned in the temple, this is sunrise. Ooh, look. With the correct sequence of candles being lit, a hidden panel opens. There's a message tube inside. I got a message tube. This is Alexandra Roivas. She's the last in the line of the Roivas family. Well, let's take a little walk out here. Really? I have DVR on. You should be able to. This game plays with you while you play it. Like, as your sanity meter, the green meter up there goes down, the game will start doing stuff to you that normally wouldn't happen in games. Things will start looking different. Blood will start running down walls. Oh, that's cool, Jesse. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being one of the 100. The call of the mansion beckons to Alex, drawing her back to uncover the family secrets it hides. Alex will not leave till she has learned what happened to her grandfather. That is some weird coloring. Is the clock still stuck on 3:33? Yep. Alright. Antique leather-bound message tube, the kind used to transport sealed message scrolls. It appears to be unopened. There might be something inside. Should she open it? Of course. Alex has found a chapter page entitled Suspicions of Conspiracy. This, honestly, is probably one of my favorite chapters in the entire game.
Your presence is long missed, my liege. I feel that my power is weakening from your absence.
Yes. Your power flows from me. Without me, you are nothing.
That's weird.
My meditations reveal a flaw in our plan.
Let me see what happened.
Mantarok and the others move too slowly to counter our preparations. Once Mantarok is bound, its death will be prolonged for 1,000 years.
Okay, DVR was off for some reason. Maybe that fixed it.
Will assure that the balance of power over the opposing ancients will remain in our favor. And with the Keeper nullified, my power grows stronger still.
And what of its essence?
Mantarok has employed others to defend it. It is a known matter. For the power I will wield upon my return will crush all that oppose me. Enough of this. What of this Charlemagne the Frank? Is he still a concern?
His undoing has been planned in intricate detail. Those most loyal to him will be instrumental in his death. Nothing short of a miracle will keep him alive. And there hasn't been one of those for a long time.
After the chapter page is removed, the message was no longer needed. She discards it. Alright, so I re-enabled DVR. I don't know why it was off. I don't know if it'll start from when I enabled it or not. Alright, so we just saved. Well, we'll save again. Alright, time for a new chapter.
From my research, it is apparent that the endeavors of mankind are mere puppetry at the hands of the ancients. Whenever a king vows reform, the ancients move quickly to stifle it. Under the auspices of Emperor Charlemagne the Frank, the new Holy Roman Empire
France.
was at the height of its power.
814 AD. Hey, Zero, how's it going?
Hanc mit ad dominum et imperatorum nostrum, carolum magnum francum.
Deliver this to our Lord and Emperor Charlemagne the Frank. No one but him must see it. They are words for his eyes only. At once.
It's going pretty good, Zero. It's weird starting a stream earlier than I usually start them. We'll see how long this one goes, too. Oh, look, this guy did not listen.
What sorcery is this? A spell? I am bewitched. If this was meant for Charlemagne, then what will become of him? I have to warn him of this treachery.
Oh, that sounds fun. Alright, so I am in a church. And some spell just went off in my face. No, the skeleton guy, his name is Pius Augustus, and he was a human. The Cthulhu-looking thing, his name is Mantarok, and he is somebody. Pius Augustus. Well, he got ruined. Elia. Well, she's still got a whole body. Notice the fun floor there. Yeah, the big eye thing, that was Mantarok. So that's a nice looking floor. A Screaming Souls floor. Cradled in what appears to be a leathery hand lies a mysterious book. It is bound with human skin and intricately decorated with shrunken bones. It beckons and yearns to be possessed. Should Anthony claim the Tome of Eternal Darkness? He acquired the Tome of Eternal Darkness. Well, that's not where I just was. The monk is hard at work and does not wish to be disturbed. Somewhat addled by Anthony's distraction, the monk kindly requests to be left alone. What is this? A blue urn rests upon the shelf. And you notice the item obtained sound changes based on who you're playing. So this is Anthony in France. He's supposed to be a messenger boy sending something to Charlemagne. Anthony's presence is questioned by the monks, feeling that he has trespassed upon sacred ground. Monks seem rather subdued, perhaps out of respect, or perhaps out of fear. After Anthony briefly describes his mission, the monk informs him that Charlemagne was last seen in audience with the bishop in the visiting chamber. Muffled voices emanate from inside the bishop's visiting chamber. However, the door is locked and Anthony will need the bishop's key to enter and gain an audience with Charlemagne. Well, see, I played this when I was, what was it, 22 or so, and this is one of my first, like, really scary games. I played Resident Evil also, but playing this on a Nintendo system, it was really scary. Funeral casket made from unfinished wood. It is not properly sealed and could probably be opened. Should he open the casket? Sure. Oh.
Oh my God, what is
What
it?
happened? This devil's work. We should get out of here.
You have proven what we have feared the most. This poor man has been the victim of great evil. Look how his body has been defiled, as if something has burst out from inside him. Here, take this for your protection. And find the bishop. He must be informed of this horrible discovery.
I got a Scramasax. Yeah, as I said though earlier, if you watch this in full screen, it's probably better than watching in a window. Because then you can get the full effect of all these sanity effects. So they're talking. He cannot leave yet. Charlemagne must be warned of the conspiracy against him. Alright, let's go back upstairs. Oh no. Well, he looks a little pale. Oh, monks are gone. Ooh. Mysterious gold medallion rests upon the desk. He got a circle of power. Circles of power describe the amount of power that a spell will have. The more points within that circle, the stronger the spell will be. Spells are magical incantations that enhance a character's natural abilities. Spell list is an inventory of all the spells information that has been acquired. It will allow the player to select which spells to be cast, examine or assign to convenient quick spells buttons. Selecting this will allow the player to experiment with new room combinations and discover new spells. This section is an inventory of all the components of magical spells you have acquired. With this function, the player can review their current assignment of spells to the quick spell buttons. Hey, average gamer, how's it going? I have no spells. He doesn't have enough components to attempt to research spells. I just got a circle of power. That's it. Alright, Zero, thanks for coming. Have fun at work. Amongst the tomes and manuscripts, a book brings attention to itself. Oddly pristine on the dusty shelf, it doesn't quite belong. Should he move it? Of course. I'm doing pretty good. Oh, Maybe I should equip my sword. Message scrolls like this were often used to transfer messages directly. This one had a strange diagram on it consisting of a pentagonal shape and strange letters at each corner. When Anthony had opened the scroll, something strange happened. That something has been intended for the Emperor Charlemagne. Suspecting a plot against the Emperor, Anthony pledged that he would warn Charlemagne at all costs. The urn has been glazed with a rich cobalt blue shellac, instilling it with an otherworldly spectral character. It has a strange sigil on its side. When fumbling around, the urn slips from Anthony's stiff fingers, dashing itself into fragments as it hits the floor. I found a rune. Runes are the key elements in creating spells. By combining and collecting runes in different ways, different spells can be created. I still don't have enough components. Can't save. He has a rune. I found a magical rune. I don't think I can make a spell yet. Oh, I can. Aw. Select alignment, select rune, select rune. Yeah, I don't have anything for that yet. Alright. I should actually let that lower a little bit, but I'm gonna wait. I found a monk. I'm gonna go help him. First, I want to get a torch, though. Ow. What am I at for? Oh, I'm doing all right. Grateful for his life, the monk tells Anthony what happened. He was carrying a sacred urn from the baptismal font when he was confronted by the bishop, who was brandishing a large blade and whose eyes burned with an evil fire. Frightened, the monk dropped the urn out of shock and ran. Returning to retrieve the urn, he found only the sword the bishop had left behind. With thanks, he gives the bishop's sword to Anthony. I got a double-edged sword. Hey, Green Fuzz, how's it going? So if I want, now I have two weapons. This area is dark and difficult to make out any detail. Perhaps if Anthony had a light source. What's that? Okay. That is good. Hey. Broken green urn. Broken green urn. The mix function allows the player to combine two or more items from the inventory into one. I have 2/3 of it. Yay, I assembled a broken green urn. So for those that don't know, Green Fuzz has started uploading stuff. He just did a Metroid playthrough, Super Metroid playthrough. If you guys ever want to check that out. The monk ambles around nervously as if half expecting the demonic bishop to return at any moment. Fragments of a broken urn pieced together to form a crude whole. Deep cracks mar its structure, and while it is almost complete, it is far from watertight. Perhaps it could be repaired Nope, can't make it. Oh, neat. Okay. What we got here? Oh, look, I got another rune. We're gonna switch. So the thing about two-handed sword, I think it's stronger, but you need more space to swing it. Carved stone tablet lies on the stone floor. I acquired a codex. Runes cannot be understood without a codex. Without a codex, runes in your possession will remain a mystery. Okay. I found a magical room. I'm on the 3rd chapter. I'm not super far into the game, but right now I am playing a cursed Frenchman named Anthony, who was supposed to deliver a scroll to Charlemagne the Frank, but he opened it instead, and the curse hit him. And now he's trying to find out how to get to Charlemagne. So now I think I can make a spell. Alright. Effects of the spell are unknown. Not all the components are in your possession or have been identified. So we're going to assign this. Oh, we'll assign it to Y. Okay. Please select an item to enchant. Enter Item has been repaired. This meter represents a character's magical energy. When a spell is cast, the level will get lower. This meter regenerates whenever the character is in motion. You got cursed, alright. This item is now enchanted. So now this will do more damage to blue things, I think. Well, you see the curse right now. He is slowly kind of dying. Oh, hi. Slow weapon. Ah, 11 hours? Okay. Slab of stone. I got another codex. I got the Zelatoth one. Where's my sanity at? We're gonna keep it there. Red urn sits beside the fountain. So yeah, every chapter you play someone different, and the story changes a tiny bit based on what you do at the beginning. An aged tapestry hangs on the wall. It is soiled from the dank atmosphere of the room and the corruption about it. Alright. Oops. 13? Okay. We'll see how far I get then. As you can see, he's not the greatest looking guy right now. I see you. Okay. Well, get wrecked. Oh, I completed this before. I've completed all 4 paths. An iron plate in the floor is carved with 3 curious circles. Dried splashes have marred its pockmarked and worn surface. Amongst the books on the table rests an ancient scroll of what appears to be paper. Enchant item spell scroll. This allows the player to cast spells that have been found or researched. Selecting this allows players to assign their most used spells to a button. This will enable the casting of spells without having to choose them from the book each time. Through this function, the player can examine the components of the contents of each spell scroll that has been acquired. Examine the scroll, press A. Torn scroll illustrated with a geometric symbol is accompanied by a small note. The note reads, "That which is broken shall be fixed, that which is dull will be sharp. Thus is the nature of the enchant item magic." This spell requires the Anterbach and Magrimore ruins. I already assigned this, though. Spells can be cast directly from this book section or assigned to one of the 5 quick spell slots. Pressing one of the quick spell buttons illustrated will assign the spell to that button, allowing the casting of spells without retracing these steps. Select a button to assign the quick spell to. Alright, so I did it to Y already. So I have a 3-point circle of power. I have the Zelatoth. I don't know what that rune is, and the Magrimore ruin. Or rune. The bishop passes the secret door. There has to be a way to get through it. Got another magical codex. I got Anterbach. So now I know all 3 runes that I have. We got the Zelatoth rune, the Anterbach, which means project, and Magrimore, which is item. So, to complete this, to get through here, although the urn appears to sit correctly in place on the pressure plate, it does not appear heavy enough to depress it. Disturbing rendition of a monstrous devil. It is contorted in what appears to be a fountain. What sickly liquid is this draining into the pool, trickling from a scum-encrusted spout? Dunking the urn into the foul-smelling fountain, it becomes filled to the brim with rank fluid. It is a lot heavier now and rife with fetor. Alright. Put this down. So I need one more. Religious texts of an unspeakable nature written in languages utterable only by monsters or corrupt humans. Alright, so I need one more. Oh. I forgot I had that. Yay. Alright, let's go get some stuff in there. Whatever he's looking at, I'm not going to go see. Alright, opened up the door. Hi there.
So, you have come to return my book. Very well then. For your efforts, I promise a quick and merciful death.
He looks happy. Come here, boy. Ooh, he doesn't take just one hit. He no longer has an arm. And spells are in real time, so you can't just cast them and hope that, and you know, make sure they work. You have to have enough time to do it. I got the bishop's key. I can get into the room with Charlemagne. A shrine to a god that bespeaks of an ancient evil that graced the earth before mankind walked its valleys. We're gonna finish him, though. You. Okay. What's happening to him? He keeps looking better. What is he looking at? Oh, hi. Ah! Water spatter pressure plate is situated on the floor. These 3 urns keep the pressure plate depressed and the door that is linked to it open. So yes, for anybody who wasn't here before, that green meter is called a sanity meter. The further it goes down, the more that the game messes with you. Oh. Uh-huh. We got a puzzle. The Trapper dimension sprawls in every direction. Whilst in this place, magic cannot be cast, and humans are subjected to odd phenomena. The portals cycle from color to color as time progresses, and only the quick will escape. So I got close enough and it stopped. What does green do? Ah, yes. Refills your sanity. Okay. I gotta fix that command. So, I found the exit. That's what those stupid little scorpion guys do. Oh yes, definite heal hype. Trappers have no eyes, but can sense sound very well. If Anthony can speak past them, they won't be trouble. So there is a sneaking command. Hold down the X button. Oh, that guy's still alive? Oh, hi there. Double-edged sword is very useful for just outright killing things. Oh, hi there. It's okay, I look just fine, don't I, Mr. Monk? Oh, messing up even more. I'm sure you'll be okay, right? It's a nice hot bath will fix this. Hey, Cody, how's it going? Oh, I'm so glad I just saved. I remember what's happening here now. We got a boss fight. Whoa, there was a desk there. Ow. When you enchant your sword, it does double damage to the red. And I just cut off all 3 of his heads, and that was it. Get wrecked, ugly red guy. Why are these guys in the church? And there's that dead guy. Peering inside the casket, Anthony sees the body of a monk. His raiment is that of his order, stained with blood that has seeped from many grievous wounds. It's a truly disturbing sight. Those, I have no idea what those are called. Alright, let's go talk to Charlemagne.
Trying to save him, Anthony. His fate was decided many centuries ago, as is the fate of this world. Despite your faith, there is little to save you from the power of Chitauri.
Uh-huh. Well, he's very much dead. Didn't even save what he went to go save. We are back to Alex now. And now we have learned how to repair stuff. Nice. There's nothing else in that room for now. What? Okay, we did just hear some banging on the door, didn't we? Now we can go upstairs. Nope, nobody at the door. So we got a nice mountain scene here with a nice little lake and a tower. Serene painting of a luscious mountain valley, delicately rendered in oils. Time has taken its toll on the surface, which is soiled with dirt and scratches. Got a nice little picture of mountains and sky and trees. Picture of trees. Got a bedroom. Picture of a house. The chapter page has been hastily stashed behind the frame of the painting. Should I retrieve it? Of course. I also found a chapter page entitled The Gift of Forever. Oddly proportioned painting of a man in somewhat Napoleonic garb. Obviously an intentional exaggeration, it gives the painting an oddly quirky feel. A musty aroma hangs in the air, and a layer of fine dust lies on all surfaces of the room. It seems as if no one has been here for a long time. It's almost like a museum. I got some revolver ammunition. Another picture. That picture. Alright, we're going to explore a little bit more. Uh-huh. It's too dark in here to do anything. Perhaps the circuit has been broken? We got a weird picture there of food, kinda. Same picture from before. Wallpaper in this section of the hallway is oddly marred, as though the wall it sits on is not even with the rest of the room. Can't do anything about it. The stained glass depicts a glowing medieval maiden, luminous even with the faint light of the setting sun. The maiden clasps a piece of parchment in her hands. The window gives Alex a strange feeling, almost as if it's magical and not really there. A glowing field of energy protects the window. Ow. So this place is getting a little bit creepier. You guys didn't see anything there at all. So that looks like kind of a creepy picture. We got a couple we got a skull and some swirly things. So, hi, bus that keeps following me. I'm gonna leave you alone. Alright, so we're in another bedroom. We'll just save for now. We've done a few things. We got the clock, it's set to 3:33 again. Get some more ammunition. That's kind of a creepy picture. Alex questions the presence of a lush landscape amidst these other morbid places. Could it be a single ray of hope encircled by the encroaching darkness? Interesting picture. One of the drawers in the dresser curiously has no keyhole. In its place is a small triangular design flanked by a magical symbol. You know, one of these this game actually, when I first played it, I could not play it past about 10:30 p.m. I was like, nope, I'm done. Okay, I don't have that rune yet. It's a 3-point rune with, or 3-point spell with that rune. All right, we got a bathroom. Page from the Journal of Maximilian Roivus. This is a page from his journal. Everything that brightened my life now engulfed me in darkness. I fed on the light of truth, yet starved on the shadows of lies. I've learned through my lifetime, but no less than a newborn baby. Aha. We'll save again. Bleeding walls. Nothing special. And there's one of the few jump scares in the game. That's a nope bathroom. We're never going to that bathroom again. I knew it was coming too, that's why I didn't say anything. Alright, so I think we explored everything we could. And that painting is... painting is bleeding. So I think we will do the next chapter.
Dreams. Modern psychology offers only unproven theories. Some see them as the meaningless tossing and turning of a brain settling into a restful sleep. Others see them as laden with symbols of our unconscious desires. To still others, dreams represent the upwelling of the archetypes, normally hidden deep within the recesses of the human collective unconscious. Of one thing I am certain. After a brush with the ancients, our dreams metamorphosize into nightmares.
So that green's flash, that's with the emulator. That doesn't happen in the actual game. Ah, yes, this guy.
I have implored you for years, yet you ignore all my advances. You dominate my dreams, and I can think of nothing else. I fear I desire you many 100 times more than you love me.
My life has become a waking dream, Karim. For weeks, I have dreamed of an ancient treasure, so precious that it changes all life around it. It must be mine, Karim. If you truly desire me, as you say, then you will find this for me. Bring this treasure to me, and I will be yours. Both of our dreams will come true.
I need nothing more than you. You have enthralled me to the point where I can think of nothing else. Promise, if I leave, you will not forget about me.
You need not worry. I desire nothing more than the treasure that you seek. Leave now, Karim, and I shall await you.
I have not played Layers of Fear, but I watched Lair actually play Layers of Fear. Alright, so now we are Karim. Ancient talisman that has been in Karim's family for many generations. It is said to bestow long life on those that have kept it. This item can be used to restore health. He also has shock rooms I can throw. Chakram was a favorite throwing weapon through Central Asia in medieval times. A balanced ring of metal, sometimes beautifully decorated, would be hurled at an attacker. Heavy chakrams could sever limbs or heads. However, they were not designed to return to the thrower. A man's corpse lies fallen. Wounds cover the exposed flesh of his body where his armor had failed. Oh, crap. Oh, there's Anthony. Rip. Oh great, we got more killing. But if done correctly... Ah! You can make them kill each other. So now I have a guest here. It's one of our mods. WXYZ, if you would like to say hi. I guess he does not. Fortunately, he won't hear the sound because the sound is coming through my headphones. How are you not dead yet? Hello again, Sheepot Man, lurking there. No head for you. No head for you either. Can he cast spells? Yep. Oh, okay, dinner break. A statuette vaguely resembling a man stands atop a loaded pedestal. I'll take the statuette. Oh, more guys. Jeez, this thing has no range. Fine, I'll kill you. I'll let them attack each other. Oh, well. Oh, he's got a rune. Never mind. I gotta kill him. Ow. Die. There he is in chat. I got a magical rune. We're gonna try to make a spell. Xelatoth. That one, and project. Nope. Item. Nope. Nope. Okay, can't do anything with this spell yet, or this rune. What? Arcane Shrine dominates the room. Braziers surround its edge, while a larger one tops its summit. No doubt each one would be filled with an incense to facilitate prayer to insidious deities. Okay, couldn't go that way without the rune. Torch hangs upon the wall. I guess I'll take the torch. Uh-huh. Another statuette. And people are coming alive. Let's get this. The Chaturga rune. I wonder. I can't use it. So I'm purposely trying not to get any sanity back, because I want fun stuff to happen. Ow. Now you're not getting back up. We'll kill this guy, though. Okay. How are you still alive? Yay, Green Fuss is still here. Actually, let's do something real quick. At the live stream panel. Oops! So the winners didn't get anything before. Oh well. There we go. Oh, you're getting up? Examined you. Alright. So I must not have went the full directions. Up over here. Go back this way. I guess I can't go any more direction. Oh. There we go. Oh crap. Shrine has risen from the floor, exposing what appears to be a lifting mechanism. Should he use a device? Yes. another dead body. Lying in a pool of cold blood is a dead soldier. He's a victim of an unseen battle. Perhaps this man died from the claws of the monsters of this place. It's difficult to tell. I'm sure he did. Man lies dead, anointed in blood from the ravages of a tall war sword. Wounds, deep and numerous, seep fresh blood, precise yet powerful, the result of a man's actions, not a monster's. Well, yes, I should. I can wield 2 of them. Oops. Oh, crap. Come on, aim on him. There we go. Oh, hi. Well, that escalated quickly. Another dead man. Who are these men whose corpses litter the dungeon? Unwary soldiers who stumble inside, or grave robbers looking to plunder it? A crumpled scroll lies under the dead man's curled fingers. Recover. This spell enables the transfer of magical powers from the environment to the self. Restoration of the body, spirit, and mind is the spell's purpose. Requires Narakath and Sentak. I probably don't have one of them. Okay, good, my spell worked. That's a positive. Oh, hi. I've been hearing that sound a lot. Metallic plaque replaces a lock. A colored sigil is engraved in the middle above a wide slot. The slot appears to be wide enough to insert a large blade. Well, this should be fun. I have no head.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them, to die, to sleep no more, and by a sleep to say we
Uh-huh. Oh! As long as I get their heads, they're pretty much easy. Let's get a little bit back. How are you still alive? Still being alive. Well, you guys can get in the raffle still if you do free PB. I don't know how much time is left. Oh. Oh. Well. save. Oops. New spell. Zelatoth. Syntac. There we go. That gives me sanity back. You missed my head falling off. And I got a spell to recover stuff. Right now I'm recovering sanity. Alright. Actually, I'm going to use this. I forgot I had that. Can I save? No. Oh, crap.
Times when insanity takes hold, and nothing seems right. During those times, I will help you. Fear not, for I will keep the darkness away.
That wasn't crazy at all.
Really happening.
Well, this looks a little familiar. Another stone tablet. We got the Markath. So I think everything is identified. Zelatoth, Narakath, Absorb, and Self. Santac. Age ceiling has collapsed, creating an impassable pile of rubble that blocks the doorway. Yeah, she's just got the ponytail. Oh, this place looks a little familiar too. A large Ramdao broadsword protrudes from a solid pedestal made of stone. It awaits its next owner. Should he try to pull the sword from the stone? Of course. Giant sword.
Enter by Zelatoth.
Giant sword. Go away. Guy's still alive? Let's fix that. Okay, so we got more guys to kill. Yeah, I can't get out. No, not the stairs. I'm pretty good right now on that. Okay. More guys. You're not regenerating that. You're definitely not regenerating that. I think that's it. Nope. We got a guy with another rune. Oh, how did I miss that? Whoa. Ah, turn around. There we go. Yeah, you're dying. Jeez. Ugh. There we go. Well, that was kind of difficult. But now I can cast something cool. That'll heal me my actual health. Much better. The main character is Alexandria Roivas, and you basically play every character once. There might be a guy you play a couple times, but for the most part, Alex is the main character. But they tell the story of how this basically happened. Oh, hi. Also, I can enchant stuff to red now. Not what I wanted to spell or do. Cast red on Ramdow. Is that the right sword? Yeah, that should be the right sword. Maybe not. There we go. I knew I was doing something wrong. Uh-oh. So I gotta be careful and actually finish these guys, because if you don't, and they turn out to be one of those little spiky guys, you lose a ton of sanity. Nothing over here. Oh. A ruby effigy stands upon a pedestal centered in the room. I wonder if that's what she wanted. Let's go find out. Nope, not examining you. You can't see me. I don't remember where I'm going. This is the way back, though. Okay. Guess I can't set that on fire. Or that one. Okay, let's retrace our steps. Definitely nothing there. I don't think I want to go the other way. We'll just go down here again. Let's come over here again just to see. Be quiet. be quiet. Small statue of a defeated warrior kneeling in respect to an unseen victor. It is made from a deep ruby. That item cannot be enchanted. There, alright. Yes, you get to hear it 6 seconds or so later. That was not me if you heard the coughing. Okay, did I miss something? Ah, dang it. That's right. What do I need? Nothing really. Ah, dang it. Oh yeah, well that's good then. That means the microphone is doing its intended thing. Oh god. Okay, so there's no reason to be here anymore. And I have this effigy for a reason. He's very dead. Stop. There you go. Maybe I do have to go the other way. This way. No. Okay. So I want to say I just gotta leave now. So I don't think there's any more effigies. I think that's what she wanted. Okay, what am I missing? It's a torch. Yay. Well, first we're gonna save. What am I missing here? I don't think there's any other spells I can make. Nope. Okay, so I'm definitely missing something then. What am I missing? Okay. There's no other doors or anything here. So it's not letting me go on there now because I think because the guys are on there. Let's go back up. There we go. That was weird. Gotta be something down here that I'm missing. What am I missing? Not the dead body. Not that dead body either. Nothing here. Don't think there's anything here. Along the length of the corridor, the ceiling is given way and collapsed, littering the floor with debris. Okay. I guess I didn't see that before. That sounds bad. green guy. So... will that work? Oh, you bastard. How about take one shot? The little guys, yeah, the little scorpion guys are the ones that get triggered if you hear them, or they hear you. Got here. Blasphemous sculpture made from human skin and bone. A trustlet bones is cradled within this shrine, like a nightmarish bookstand, beckoning to be used. Give me the book back. Of course. Oh. It's been so long that I played that game, Green Fuzz, I don't even remember it. I still have my save from that game, but I cannot play it anymore because I don't have it. Okay. That works much better. Jeez, how many more? Oh, this room looks familiar too. Yep, I still have my keyboard. My keyboard controller. Yeah, one of our friends we had, I'm pretty sure WXYZ, also used a keyboard. Oh crap! It's one of those guys. Oh, hi. Come on. Nope. Come on out. Get one-shotted. Oh, look. One of the artifacts is back. Effigy resembling a warped angel shaped from dark green emerald hovers effortlessly above the pedestal. Should Cream claim it? Of course.
Kareem, we will be together forever.
Chandra? What happened to you?
Things change, my dear Kareem. But even though my
See,
body
Green
is
Fuzz.
damaged,
Who did this to you?
You were gone so long. I gave myself to a nobleman with a jealous mistress. She had me dragged from my bed, and in cruel revenge, flensed with knives. As the last blades were drawn across my body, and my blood cooled upon the floor, she cursed that I would only be with another in death.
So much for thinking only of me. I should never have left.
I have seen my folly, and have already paid dearly. I see so much more now. In death, I know the true value of the artifact which I asked you to find. And it is not for us to possess. If we are to be together again, you must make a sacrifice. Only when that is complete will we be together.
Sacrifice? Why should I do anything for you? You lied to me. Betrayed me. You really don't look so good anymore.
You must forget the past. Despite who you are now, you will also become something more, just as I have. But the sacrifice must be made. We must remain here and guard the artifact. Dark things will come to claim it, and you must be strong to keep it from them. Without your sacrifice, the world will fall into eternal darkness.
The things I do for love.
And that happened to him. Alright, so I think that is a good spot to stop for now. I was going to play longer, but I haven't eaten anything since I woke up. So, she can spin a sword. Alright. Yes, I would love to stop the current emulation. Alrighty, so that was fun. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Oh my god, Dolphin crashed. Nice. Duration 2 minutes. Does somebody actually get those? Well, that's weird. Oh well. Alright, so we're going to stop here for now, I think. That was enough. I'm definitely going to play more later. I don't know about today, but I will. Not enough people really to go on a raid, so we're not going to raid. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys later.